All right, good morning, North Texas, and happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for waking up with us on Daybreak. I'm Matt Howerton.
And I'm Dia Wall. We'll have your weather and traffic coming up, but first we got to get to some breaking news this morning.
Yeah, the Johnson County Sheriff's Office confirms a deputy is hurt this morning after a shooting. It happened on County Road 605. Investigators say deputies were responding to a fire, and while on scene, shots were fired at first responders. Deputies fired back and the suspect was killed. The deputy who was hurt was taken to the hospital. The extent of their injuries not released just yet. You're looking live right now at the scene. Actually, we don't have that photograph right now, just a map. We have a second crew heading to the scene right now to gather more details. We'll bring you those once we learn more.
And we'll continue our coverage of this story on Daybreak throughout the morning. But for now, let's get to first check of your forecast with meteorologist Greg Fields.
All right, what we need to know heading on out the door here this morning. Get ready for some active weather ahead across the area. The weather pattern is going to change. We'll enjoy again today, but by tomorrow, especially heading on into Friday and Saturday, we will see those rain chances really starting to return across North Texas. Weekend storms and early next week as well. So we'll detail all of that for you here coming up in just a little bit. But for right now, it is nice and quiet. Overall, not as cool as it was this time yesterday, but still comfortable. 57 degrees out there for you. As we look at our studios here in downtown Dallas, you see the high mid-level clouds still around as well. So it will be a mostly cloudy start with upper 50s getting out to Denton at 59, along with Sherman and Gainesville, 60 heading over to Fort Worth. And as we head over to Terrell and Canton here this morning, you're waking up rolling out of bed this morning at 54. So the kids heading off to the bus stop this morning, still kind of coolish out there for you. You might need that light jacket here early on. We'll have mostly sunny skies, I think, by noontime today, climbing through the lower 70s, and we'll be somewhere in the upper 70s, getting up closer to 80 degrees as we head home later today. We'll have more, of course, coming up, but now let's get back over to Erica, checking on traffic.
Greg, thank you so much. 5:32 on your Wednesday morning. Good morning to everyone waking up with us right now. If you're getting ready to travel on that western portion of Tarrant County, we've got an I-30 eastbound full closure from overnight. There's some bridge work happening along this stretch. The closure is between Camp Bowie and 820. I-20 is going to be a good workaround. Frontage Road is also open and moving through the area. There was a little backup in the last few minutes as folks were being detoured off, but that has already cleared out. And this is expected to fully clear and be back open by 6 o'clock this morning, so we're not going to be dealing with it for too much longer. 75 in Collin County, moving nicely here at 15th Street in Plano. No slow spots to report out that way. And we're also moving nicely as you head out the door in Rockwall County. No slow spots at I-30 and State Highway 205. Lots of green on the big map. Dia and Matt.
Love to see that, Erica. Thank you. This morning, the White House is declaring victory after President Donald Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire that's subject to Iran reopening the Strait of Hormuz.
But Iran is also declaring victory, saying it's the U.S. that accepted their proposal. Here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
This morning, the clock starting on a 2-week ceasefire announced by President Trump, a last-minute reversal on his threat to take the entire country out.
We have a 2-week reprieve, so to focus on the positive, that gives us an opportunity, the diplomats an opportunity, to try to take this a new direction, a direction that ends this conflict without a major escalation.
In a post on social media, Trump saying he will suspend the bombing if Iran agrees to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Iran declaring victory, saying its military will cease defense operations on the strait. It says for a period of 2 weeks, safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be possible via coordination with Iran's armed forces. It's not clear if that would be acceptable to Trump, who in a late-night social media post now says that the U.S., quote, will be helping with the traffic buildup in the Strait of Hormuz, but did not elaborate on how. He added, there will be lots of positive action, big money will be made. And questions still about Iran's enriched uranium. In an interview with AFP, Trump saying it will be, quote, perfectly taken care of, but did not specify how. The deal coming after President Trump posted this on social media, threatening a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. Some Democrats asking, what was it all for?
We now have set the region on fire. We have lost 13 American service members, hundreds of American service members wounded, thousands of people, innocent civilians throughout the region killed, prices going up, the American taxpayers paying $2 billion a day, and all for nothing.
The market's reacting well to this news after taking a brutal hit during the fighting. Oil prices crashing overnight and stock futures jumping more than 100 points. Moving forward, Pakistan, a key mediator here, offering to host any talks. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
All right, downtown Dallas a lot quieter this morning after someone reported a suspicious package in a car. It was parked at Elm and Lamar near the Bank of America building yesterday. DPD's bomb squad deployed a robot to look inside the car. A bomb tech then approached it in a heavy protective suit. Eventually, they determined there was no threat. The driver was taken into custody on charges related to obstructing the road.
Fort Worth police chief is speaking out after 2 teenagers were killed in just 1 week. Chief Eddie Garcia says the recent shootings highlight a growing concern about kids getting access to guns. Police say 15-year-old Prince Washington was killed in a drive-by shooting. Days later, 16-year-old Jay Jones died after another teen accidentally shot him.
One victim is too many. We take this personally and we take this seriously. It's got to be a partnership and a team effort with community groups, with schools, with the department.
The department is now pushing for more parental awareness and community involvement, hosting a youth gun violence event to help spread that message.
Now to 3 things that you need to know this morning. The Texas Rangers are joining the investigation into Camp Mystic. 25 girls and 2 counselors died in the July 4th floods in the Hill Country. The Rangers are looking into complaints of neglect by the camp and any violations of state law governing youth camps. In a statement, the camp says it will cooperate with the investigation. Southwest Airlines says it is increasing fees on checked bags by $10. The Dallas-based company says it comes amid a, quote, evolving global backdrop. Several other airlines, including JetBlue and Delta, have made similar moves to offset the rising cost of jet fuel. For Southwest, your first checked bag will now cost $45. The second will cost $55. These changes apply to bookings made starting tomorrow. Google says it is taking steps to help people address mental health concerns. It says it is updating its Gemini AI platform with tools to help people find quality information and crisis support. The company also says it plans to invest tens of millions of dollars over the next 3 years into global crisis hotlines and introduce a help is available tool when users are talking about mental health.
We are continuing our coverage of the Artemis II mission this morning. A gorgeous shot, live look at the moon as astronauts are set to head back home. Teams near San Diego are now preparing for the crew to splash down around 7 o'clock Friday night. But as ABC's Hannah Battah reports, there are still some challenges that must be addressed.
As the Artemis II crew hurtles back to Earth, they're beaming back stunning images from the far side of the moon. This one called EarthSet, showing the Earth peeking out from behind the moon. And this one, a crystal clear photo of our galaxy, the Milky Way.
They're just absolutely stunning, and we really hope that they are inspiring truly everyone in the world.
But NASA admits the road to a lunar landing still features some hurdles.
I think we have a couple of problems that we still need to work out. But Orion has shown itself to be a very capable capsule for beyond Earth orbit space travel.
The crew took a break to snap this selfie and take a call from the crew on the space station, checking in from about 260 miles above Earth.
Integrity, this is the International Space Station.
And it was a cosmic reunion of sorts between Crew 12 Commander Jessica Meir and Artemis II mission specialist Christina Cook, who made history with an all-female spacewalk back in 2019.
And Jessica, I always hoped we would be in space again together, but I never thought it would be like this. Christina, I'm so happy that we are back in space together, even if we are, a few miles apart.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
All right, 5:39 on your Wednesday morning here. A young boy from North Texas says he wants to be among golf's greatest players.
And he's well on his way. Ahead at 6 o'clock, meet the 11-year-old boy who made a splash at the Masters.
And a Grammy-winning singer is getting ready to release her first new song in 2 years. When you can take your first listen, that's next in entertainment.